welcome to WRPB and WRPB Studios. With me today is Greg with B&W Painting. How are you doing today?
All right, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Nice to meet you.
Same here.
All right, so I'm going to guess you do some painting.
Yes, a little bit.
All right. So tell me, what kind of painting do you do?
I do interior, exterior, commercial, residential painting. I mean, you can go from painting your roof to painting your floor.
You paint roofs?
Yes.
What does that involve?
A little bit of pressure washing. I mean, it all depends on the type of roof.
Okay.
Okay, so now you're going into the dynamics. As far as it being a metal roofs are more or less the ones that get painted.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. I was trying to figure out how you're painting, I don't even know what they're called. You know.
Shingle roofs?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, shingle roofs, no, you can't paint. You can paint the terracotta roofs.
Okay.
Basically, those are the tile roofs. Those
Okay.
can be painted. But that's an extensive process. Can get expensive.
So do you paint a lot of roofs down here? Wow, I'm going to have to start paying attention. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, there's a wide spread of stuff in Florida that you can paint.
So can you paint any, if I have a black metal roof, you can paint it any color?
Yes.
So it doesn't matter what color the roof is, you can come in and take care of changing it however I want.
Whatever color you want.
I love learning stuff at my job.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're painting outside houses also.
Yes.
Do you paint the shutters and the house? Do you paint everything?
It all depends on what the customer wants.
Okay.
Whatever they want, they get it.
That is awesome. So if we're painting outside and we're all around my plants and stuff, what type of precautions do you take to keep those healthy and alive?
Well, at the start of the process, it's pressure washing. You got to pressure wash before you paint. So basically what you want to do is you want to water down the shrubbery. Whatever foliage that you have around the house, you want to soak it down so the chemical doesn't eat it.
Okay.
And then going into the paint process, you cover it with a tarp. You know, because at the end of the day, it's my home till I give it back to you.
Oh, see, guys, I love that. It's his home until he gives it back. I like that. All right, so let's move inside.
Okay.
Obviously, you paint wherever you do whatever the customer wants. I get that. All right, so if you come to my house and I've got 4 walls, 2 of them have wallpaper, they've got 9 million nail holes, what do you do with that?
Okay, mainly you start, first the main prep part of it is getting the wallpaper off.
Okay. And you do that as well?
Yes, I remove wallpaper.
I bet that's no fun.
No, there's nothing fun about wallpaper.
I agree, including putting it up.
I wasn't the one installing it, so I don't know what's behind it.
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
So you want to do that first, then you see what the broad spec of the prep is.
Okay.
But then you go in, you fill the nail holes. And I mean, depending on the difficulty of taking the wallpaper off, it might tear up the walls. But there's a process for that too. There's a product on the market called Guards.
Mm-hmm.
It seals in the torn paper.
Oh, okay.
So once that's sealed in, then you go back and you patch as you need to, and then you're ready for paint.
Heck yeah. Okay, so it doesn't really matter what the inside of the room looks like when you get there to paint. You're ready for pretty much anything. I guess the hardest part about painting is the prep, like getting everything taped off.
And everything. It could take you 5 hours of prep for an hour worth of painting.
But so worth it.
Prep is everything.
So worth it.
There's no point of putting paint on if the prep job is not right.
I totally agree. So do you freehand all the corners and the edges and all that stuff? You freehand that?
Yes, I am a professional painter. Yes.
Well, I've met professional painters who can't do that, so that's really cool.
No, that mean they're not professional painters. Okay.
they're painting hacks.
Painters,
painting hacks.
There's a difference. I'm not just a painter. I'm providing a service.
I love that. I love the way you look at your business. So do you spray or do you...
It all depends on the job. I mean, some jobs you can, some jobs you can't. It's going in and it's like, okay, where do I maximize my time?
I like that.
How can I maximize my time? Some jobs I can't go in and spray. So I got to figure out a different route on maximizing my time. Do I need to put another guy on the job to gain the same time frame as I would spraying? But the results are the same.
I agree with that. But if you come to my house and it's the perfect house to spray, but I don't want you to spray, do you have a problem with that?
Not at all.
Because again, it's whatever the customer wants.
Whatever the customer wants. So basically, mainly is when I go in, mainly I'm pricing a job for brush and roll.
Okay.
So what benefits me is there's something that I can spray. I just cut most of my manpower time in half.
Okay.
So
that helps
it's
on the
still a win-win.
That helps on the bottom line, right?
Exactly.
All the way around,
All
not
the way
just your
around.
customer, but you as well.
Exactly.
I like the help at the bottom line. That's always good.
Always.
Okay, so what is the craziest thing you've ever painted at somebody's house?
Wow. The toilet.
The toilet. For real.
The toilet.
What color did you paint it?
I painted it black.
Okay. Well, I guess that was probably less expensive than going out and replacing the toilet.
No, not necessarily.
I don't even know how you would get the paint to stay on the toilet.
There's different products for that.
Okay.
You know, there's a wide spectrum of products that will stick to basically anything.
So it's not about putting a whole bunch on to the commode. It's about finding the product that
will
is
stick
proper.
to it.
Okay.
That will stick to the commode. Yeah, and there's so many different products out there. That's my biggest thing is like me being in the painting trade. I want to know. It's more of a knowledge thing. Like, I done mastered putting paint on. It's mastering the products to make my job easier.
I totally agree.
So it's like when you come to me and you tell me, you know, look, I want this painted. Okay. Now I know the steps to take to paint it. I mean, basically, I can paint anything except for the car. And I'm pretty sure I could do that if I had the right setup.
I'm pretty sure you could,
you know, but that's just the gist of there's no thing I'm going to say no to.
Okay. So I know you've been doing this your entire life, and you've come to Florida, and you've owned your own business for, what, 7 years?
7 years, yes.
I cannot even imagine the product changes that you've seen.
That's funny. I was just talking to a couple of my guys today about that. It went from till now. It's amazing. It's amazing how
I just can't even imagine.
Yeah, because you know which I'm glad they did, because now they took a lot of chemicals out of the products. Like when I came up and first started in the paint trade, it was all about the chemical base.
Don't tell me it was oil-based.
It was oil-based everything.
See, okay, my mother got into a kick of oil-based paint, and I'll never forget, she had someone come in, oil-based all of the baseboards.
Yes.
Well, in a 7,000 square foot house, that smell took almost 3 months to go away, and I'm like, oh, it's beautiful, but are we dying here or what?
See, and that's the problem with it now is, yeah, it's still oil-based out there, but they took all the VOCs out of it.
Okay.
Now it stays longer because it's taking longer for it to dry.
Okay. And that's kind of weird to even think, because oil-based paint back in the day was the longest lasting, right?
Right. See, but to a degree, it's with the paint game, it's all about your personal preference.
I agree with that.
You know, it has nothing to do with the products. I could sell you a product that'll last you for 10 years, but your friend next door said, well, I like this product better, so they want to go with that product. You know, it's from the start of a job to the end of a job. That's why I say I provide a service. So I'm going to help you pick your colors.
I was going to ask
products.
I was going to ask that.
The whole 9 yards. I'm walking you through the whole process.
I like that.
Because at the end of it, it makes it easier for me.
I agree with that. So let me ask you this. If you come into my house and it's a rather small room and I want some kind of ridiculous color that's going to make the room look even smaller, would you tell me, hey,
oh, yes, I will try and talk you out of it.
Beautiful color, but so you do that.
Absolutely. Yeah, prime example, I'm working on a project right now. You know, most of the trim is cream in the house. So they had the new floors installed, so they put in new baseboards. And I know it's about making money, but it's about saving my customer money.
That's exactly what it's about. That's all it's really about.
That keeps you a repeat customer.
Agree. And word-of-mouth advertising is very much more important than any dollar you're going to spend.
And that's what my business has been based on. Like, I could build and go into all these marketing things, but it's like I can't keep up with those things. I can keep up with my customers.
I like that. And I like that you make recommendations because, I mean, I'm not a painter, so knowing what color to paint my room is really not my wheelhouse. I mean, I have an idea, but I'm glad that you at least try to educate your customers.
Correct.
And I think that's what is so important in 2021 when everyone has their shingle out and everybody's a painter or everybody, no matter what the industry is. So I just think it's super important that we always try to find someone who's not just in it for the money, because that at the end of the day, that's when the best jobs, in my opinion, are done. When the person is there for the customer and not for the dollar.
See, with me, it's all about relationships.
Agree.
It's not about the job itself. Like I can get the job, I can get the job done. It's about building a relationship with that customer and just repeat and repeat and repeat.
Because again, they're going to give you word of mouth. I mean, it's
Absolutely.
it's so funny. I do a lot of on Facebook, and every day everyone is out there wanting a recommendation. So to me, that is also word of mouth advertising that doesn't cost you anything. So
Right.
the reason why I called you is because you're highly recommended. So I'm like, okay, I've got to get him in here and see what he's all about. So now I know what you're all about. It's that you
appreciate
care
that. Yes.
and that you're not here. Obviously, we have to eat, but it's
Right.
not about the bottom,
No,
the
no,
dollar.
no. It's not. No, and that's the thing. It's like I've been in the paint game for a long time. Where I came from to where I'm at now, I'm a wealthy man. In the sense of I can work every day.
Yeah, because wealth is not really about zeros.
No, it's not. It's about everything else in life. And I mean, just my simple accomplishments are everything to me. It's nothing. It's just never going to be about money.
Well, and that's probably why you're so busy that it took us, 4 months to get you in here and sit down?
Yes,
So
yes. It. I almost thought I wasn't going to make it today.
I'm glad you did. So I think we know, first of all, that you're a professional. Secondly, you care about what you do.
Yes.
So it's not like you're just in here, you're going to take the time. And so what happens if you come and paint my room and I'm just like, or my house, whatever, and I'm just not happy with one little spot? Do you
I
do you
take
try
care
to?
of that.
Okay.
I take care of
Alright.
that. It's still mine. It's still mine till you're satisfied.
I
Till
love
you
it.
say, Greg, I am happy. It's still mine.
Okay, well, you might not want to come paint for me because I'm a princess.
No,
and
trust
everything.
me.
I'm just joking.
No, there's
I'm
a lot
just
of
joking.
projects that I go back and back and back and back, and it's not a nagging sense to me at all. Like it's not, oh, this customer's getting on my nerves.
Well, just because you and I are perfectionists, we understand that you're going to go back until it's perfect.
Yes.
And maybe not perfect in your standard because it was perfect when you left,
Right.
but perfect in their eyes. And that's what's key also to keeping your customers happy. It's not about,
Absolutely.
it's about what they perceive,
Yes.
as you very well know. All right, so how's everybody find you?
Everybody finds me. You can look me up on Facebook Marketplace.
All right.
And just reach out to me. My phone number is 772-453-3976. B&W Painting. Everything is black and white until you add a little color.
I love that. Is that your tagline?
Yes.
That's a great tagline. Well, I'd like to thank you for coming in today.
No,
It has
thank you
been
for
a
having
pleasure.
me.
All right, guys, as you know, over here at WRPB Studios, we're all about professionals that care about their customers. So next time you have a painting need, please look Greg at B&W Painting up. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, have a great day.